Hey guys, in today's video we're going to be covering over the map Reserve, and what I'm going to be showing you is how to make over 1 million rubles in profit as a scav on this map. Now this map is generally a very key heavy map, and what this means is that PMCs are just going to only be going for these key rooms and then heading underground to fight each other, and all the loose loot and all the really good spawns are generally left untouched by these PMCs. Now, what I'm going to be doing for you today is showing you all these essential spawns and the specific route that I personally take in order to make all of this untouched profit. Now, I am starting a new series on this channel, and what this series is called is Straight to the Point. I am going to be focused on making you guys no-nonsense guides. I will be taking suggestions from you guys on what to make next, and without further ado, let's get straight to the point. Alright, we have loaded into the map Reserve. We are a PMC, but we are going to be showing you all the loot that you can acquire as a scav. Now, there's going to be a few spots that I am going to miss on purpose because these spots are not worth it for the rubles that you could potentially get. I just want to make this video about the most valuable spots that I think are on this map, which can make you the most money and up to 1 million rubles in profit. So, we have currently spawned at B buildings. Notice the B. And then right here is what we call Rook. Now, I'm not going to go inside Rook because there is simply not that great of spawns in there. The first place I want to show you guys personally is these buildings right here. This is what we call the K buildings. Now in these K buildings are some very actually good spawns that can make you easily hundreds of thousands of rubles instantaneously. Now if these do not spawn in here, trust me when I say that these can spawn. Now the leftmost K building at the very back, in my opinion, has the most valuable spawns. So if we run through this building and get to the very end right here, this area can have some amazing spawns. Unfortunately, nothing has spawned in here for us right now, but an E-motor can spawn right here, and an E-motor can spawn right here as well. They can both spawn in at the same time also. E-motors are insanely crucial at this point in the wipe, because these are worth about 75,000 a pop, and these are very essential for your hideout in order to upgrade all your stuff. A water filter can also spawn on these bricks right here. A water filter generally goes up to 45,000. That's like about the max at the moment, and that takes up 2 slots, and so that's actually a very good item to grab. Now, 2 more things can spawn in this area. There is an expeditionary fuel tank, the blue one, and then we got the metal fuel tank, and those go for about 150,000 rubles. That's for the metal one. The expeditionary goes for about 80,000 rubles, and all that can spawn just in this little spot right here. Now, if we go into this middle K building over here, you're going to find yourself a decent spot where you can find some weapon part spawns, and then you also got yourself a weapon box right there, which can have a decent amount of stuff. Now, the best spot in this middle K building, in my opinion, would be this technical supply crate right here. These technical supply crates, they're not mainly for selling. You can find stuff that are worth a ton of money though. Like PGWs and ratchets can definitely spawn in here, and those are usually up worth about 100,000 rubles for a ratchet or a PGW. Now the main thing for this technical crate is stuff for your hideout. So you can get a lot of light bulbs, wires, and stuff, and that's good for just upgrading your hideout in general. And then in this K building right here, I tend to overlook it. There's not too many good spawns in here that can have really anything, so I just generally bypass that one. Now, after you go past these K buildings, you're gonna come across this area right here, this big ol' plot of land, and as you can see, there's a black knight and there is a white knight. Now obviously you just call these buildings what they look like, white knight and black knight, and I'm going to be showing you guys some really good spawns in these buildings. Now, as soon as you walk in, there is going to be this guy right here, and this can spawn an FP 100 filter, or it could spawn a military battery, and military batteries are worth a couple 100,000 rubles, and then a FP 100 air filter, I think it's anywhere upwards of 60 to 80,000 at the moment. So just when you walk in, just do a quick browse and see if anything spawns on this guy right here. You got yourself a duffel bag. Now, I'm going to get more to duffel bags later, but if you don't know, duffel bags are very good because they can spawn nearly anything in this game. You mainly GPUs. GPUs are like the bread and butter of a duffel bag. They can spawn in there, and they are worth hundreds of thousands, and you need them for Bitcoin farms, and you need them for tasks, for farming, for mechanic, and so this is just, you really, whenever you see a duffel bag, you're going to want to try to loot those. Now, after you walk through this area, you're going to be in the middle. We will go up these stairs in a second, but first, there is this door right here, which has another duffel bag, like I said, really good. And then you got 3 jackets. Now jackets are good because they can spawn any key, really, in the game. And it's always good to look through it because you can get yourself multi-100,000 ruble keys just from looking in these jackets. I found an Emercom medical key in one of these before, and then, you know, a Dorm 114 key can definitely spawn in these, which currently goes for like 300,000 rubles. Now, if we walk in here, nope, wrong room. So, if we go up these stairs, you're gonna see a couple good rooms. First things first, you got yourself a PC unit right here, and a PC unit can carry a lot of good things like P cords, wires, CPUs, and most importantly, graphics cards. You always want to check these guys because they can have a graphics card in them. Like I said, those can be worth up to 360,000. About. Now, if you go into this room right here is one of my favorite rooms because it can have a lot of weapon part spawns on these guys, and generally there's actually a lot that can come here, and some of them are very valuable. Along with yourself, you get yourself a weapon box, and then I actually don't know what that is right there. Interesting. You got yourself another toolbox too. Now, if you open up this room, you're gonna get yourself another duffel bag, another chance to score yourself a GPU or many other things that are high value. Now, that's pretty much it for this building right here. And next thing I want to show you is we're gonna run. Come on, we're gonna run across this airship. It's not, yeah, and we're gonna go to Black Knight. Now, immediately when you run inside Black Knight, I like to take a look at the right side because an armor repair kit, which is usually worth about 600 to 700,000 rubles, can spawn right there. And that is just an amazing pull. You just find that and you're already $700,000 profit. You got yourself a toolbox right here. In this room, you got yourself another toolbox and a jacket. And then if you go back to this area, same thing. Go to these stairs, turn around, and then in this door, same as the other one, you're going to get yourself 2 jackets, and then you're going to get yourself another duffel bag. Now, filing cabinets. As a scav, you really need to search filing cabinets. Filing cabinets are good because they can have especially flash drives and intelligence folders. I see a lot of scavs completely ignore these filing cabinets just because it takes a long time and they just genuinely don't get anything in there. Like, that's empty, They sit there and they're like, oh man, there's just nothing in here. And then sometimes though, when you open it, you just get yourself like an intelligence folder, and that's just worth hundreds of thousands, like I said, and that's great for your hideout. Right here on the shelf, this is another E-motor spawn, and as you can see, an E-motor obviously spawned right there, and these guys usually go for about 75,000 rubles. So right there, if I was scavving, that's an easy 75,000 profit. Now, if you go up these stairs, you're going to get to a very important room. That's the 3rd level, but for now, you're going to open up this room, because you got more filing cabinets, and then you got 2 more jackets. Alright, now, if you go up to this 3rd level, there is going to be a grenade box to your right. You can have some grenades in there. And then in this room, I call it the PC room, mainly just because there is 4 PCs in this room. There's one right here, one right there, one by these filing cabinets that you can also look through, and then you have one right here. Now, if you leave this room, and then you open up this room, you're going to get yourself another jacket, and then a nice healthy amount of filing cabinets that you can dig through. If you open up this door, you're going to get yourself another duffel bag, and then also there is some food spawns that can pop up in this room also. Now heading down, we are going to go to one of my favorite buildings, and that is going to be called King. So you're back in this area in between Black Knight and White Knight. Now if you go over here, you're going to come across this building right here, which is called the King Buildings. I first like to start by going to this area, because an M4, usually with attachments, can spawn on these wooden crates right here, and sometimes it can have some very good ammo inside of it. Now, inside this tent, you got yourself a weapon box. Can have obviously weapons, including like AUGs and M4s and other things. And then right here, you got yourself another duffel bag spawn. Now, heading inside King, this is probably one of the most important looting spots in the map, in my opinion. If you head up these stairs and go to this door right here, this is the med door. You head on in. There is meds that can spawn on here and on here. For example, we just got an O2 injector, which goes for around 60,000 right now on the market, and that's just a one slaughter. Don't even have to think about it. And then you also have yourself a med bag. Always look through these med bags, because yeah, they can have stuff like general CMSs and a bandage and a Salewa, but they can also contain LEDXs. These can spawn in med bags, and LEDXs can go for about 1.3 million rubles. And the amount of times that I've ran in here and this has not been looted is scary to me. I have found hundreds of thousands of dollars worth of injectors inside this room that are just sitting on these shelves through how many times I've just run in here, and there's just no one that's looted this spot. In here, you're going to get yourself 2 duffel bags. You got a duffel bag right here, and then you're going to get yourself a duffel bag right there. Next thing's next, you're going to head down these stairs. We'll go through here in just a second, but if you take a right, you're going to get to this closed door. Open up this door, and you're going to find yourself another duffel bag right there. And then if you pass this and go inside this room, food spawns can spawn right here, along with your duffel bag right here. Now, if you head through this door, you're going to be in what we call the gym. Now, food can spawn in this tent, and food can spawn in that tent. But mainly, you're just here for this duffel bag right here that can spawn. We will go through this area in just a second, but we are going to head back through this bathroom and into this area. Now, in this area, you're going to be wanting to pay attention to these shelves. Tetrises and Iridium can spawn on these shelves, and these are generally worth a lot of money. Tetrises being 75,000, and Iridium I think can go for like $55,000 to $65,000, or sorry, rubles. You got yourself a gas and that spawn here, and then right here we got ourselves a Tetris that spawn here. Tetrises go for, like I said, about 75,000 rubles, and so you're gonna be wanting to keep a lookout for that. Sorry. We also got yourself a military battery that could spawn in this corner. And military batteries, you got to be careful with this on a scav run, because these things are so heavy that, yeah, you're making about a $350,000 profit, but you got to have the backpack for it. Takes up 6 slots, I think, about, and you are gonna give up all your stamina just to carry this thing. But be informed, yeah, you can get military batteries from right there. We are going to head back through the gym, and we are going to go take a right through this door. Take a right, and then you're going to get some more like servers in here, and you're going to be wanting to check these shelves. A GPU can spawn on these shelves, which is very important, and then you can get other stuff like HDDs. Something can spawn on this shelf. There's nothing here right now, but this is a glitch spot that BSG has never fixed. Basically, there will always show nothing here, but sometimes if you get close to it, an item will pop up, your cursor will light up, and there will be an item there. If you take a right, you will get to these servers, and stuff can spawn on these servers as well. Now, if you head through this door right here, you're going to be getting to the helicopter area, and people refer to this area as obviously helicopter or pawn buildings or drop down room, which we will get all to all that in just a second. But first, you're going to want to pay attention to this building right here. This building is very important, has one of the best spots in my opinion, and it's what I call scaffold. Now, if you crawl in here, you are going to get yourself a duffel bag that spawns right here. And then there's also going to be a dead scav that you can loot. And obviously, look at this. Like, this is an offline raid, but right now I would be freaking out. So we got a GP, which is already worth a healthy amount, but a GPU was in fact in this duffel bag. Like, what are the odds of that for this video, getting a graphics card? Now, you can obviously search this dead scav right here. Eagle gunpowder, that is worth a nice amount. I think it's worth about 40,000 rubles. You know, 1,000 rubles right here. I mean, might as well take it, right? Just throw it in your docs case if you have one. Then there's something that spawned right here. Oh, that's just a rail. You know, that's fine. Now, after you get to this building, you are going to want to head into helicopter, usually. But before I go into helicopter, there is 3 crates right here that you might want to be interested in checking in. Right here, you got yourself a medical crate. And then these 2 right here are going to be your ration crates. Now, obviously, you can use these crates for your cigarette quest with mechanic, or you can just use it for Iskras or MREs for humanitarian supplies, and then that Jaeger quest. But after you loot those, if you want, you're going to want to head into helicopter. Now, in helicopter, you got some of these spawns right here, but those aren't really worth it in my opinion. The weapon box right here can have AUGs. You're mainly in helicopter for these intel spawns. Now, an intelligence folder can spawn on this bench right here, and an intelligence folder can spawn on this crate right here. Now, if you head to the back of helicopter, you're going to find yourself a jacket right here, which obviously can have any key that you want. And then in this area, you can find yourself some Salewas or maybe a Probital. Now, if you look at the front of helicopter, pointing right at it is what we call drop-down building, or at least that's what I call it, because you're going to be wanting to get into this room, which is one of the best rooms in this whole map, and I will show you why right now. So you're going to want to climb these stairs all the way to the top. You're going to want to take a left at the stairs, then take a right, and boom. Now you are in the area to get ready to go in a drop-down room. But before you do that, there is a toolbox, and there is some spawns right here where you can get an MGT, which isn't worth too much, worth about 40,000. It's a 2-slot item, but it's still an item to consider, and it's still an item that is nice in profit. Now, at this window right here, you're looking right at helicopter. Hop up, hop on, and then you're inside. Now, on these shelves, you can get Tetrises, you can get Iridium, you can get GPUs, you can get arrays, and you can get a few other things that are also really valuable. Now, Helixes, people kind of laugh at these, but right now these go for about 20,000 on a slot. So right now you might want to consider grabbing these because your goal is to get like a 10,000 for a 1-slot item. And by the way, another GPU. There is another GPU. Got yourself a duffel bag right here. And then you got yourself 2 more PCs in which you can find yourself a GPU. Now, to get out of this building, go to the leftmost window, hop up on it. Then you're going to see this red thing right here. You're going to want to hop on that. You don't really take any damage from your legs. Now, there's really one last spot I want to actually cover with you guys for scavving. And that would be White Pawn. Now, while we're heading up to the roof, because that's where all the good loot is, I want to give an honorable mention to the lower parts of Reserve, in that you go down here, then you open up this door, and that leads to the underground section. Now, if you're a scav, I would not recommend going down in this area too often. The reason I say that is because, A, you're going to get a lot of angry scavs player scavs that are just on their toes and are just looking to kill you. And then secondly, there is PMCs still lurking down there, typically, depending on how far you're in the raid. There is usually a lot of PMCs still down there, and you are risking to die for not that many great of spawns. So, if you want to go down there to loot, you can. You can find yourself a nice amount of dead PMCs that could have been unlooted. But other than that, there's really not too much of a reason to go down there. There is an intel spawn down there, but PMCs usually check that immediately because it's right by the power switch. So that's why I wouldn't really say it's worth it to go down there. Now, once you get to the roof, right here, you're going to get yourself an E-motor spawn and another body armor repair kit spawn. That can spawn right there. And then you got yourself 2 wooden crates. If you go over here, you're going to see 3 jackets. Obviously, you can spawn any key in the game. You can get some very valuable stuff from there. And then right here is the best shelf on this roof. It can have a lot of good ammo, including a box of 120 BS and a box of a Golnik, which is very valuable, especially early wipe. Right here, we got some weapon part spawns, along with a grenade box. You got yourself another duffel bag right here, which can spawn, potentially a GPU. This time, nothing great, it's just caps. That can happen. It's okay, though. And then now, if you go to the very left side of this building, you are going to get to our last item really on our list, which is a wooden crate. Now, that, in my opinion, is the most valuable spots on Reserve. Now, if I missed anything that's really valuable, please let me know in the comment section below. That'd be greatly appreciated. I just want to get information out to the community on how this map can really be efficient for making a lot of money really quick as a scav. Now, I do have a Twitch channel, and if you guys would like to follow that, I will leave a link in the description. And if you guys want to come by and say hello, I'll be happy to chat with you. I stream on Monday through Wednesday at 10 a.m. And then I also do community nights on Saturday, in which I play with viewers. Now, you don't have to, but if you like to, check it out. I'd appreciate it. If you have any ideas on what you'd want me to do for the next video, maybe you want me to teach you the entirety of Reserve on all the extractions, or if you want to learn essential spots for a different map, I will be glad to help you with that as well. Now, I really appreciate you guys watching this far, and I will see you guys in the next video. I really appreciate you guys watching. From not even opening all the duffel bags that we've shown on screen, I've come out of this with an emoter, a Tetris, 2 GPUs, a Helix, an Eagle, gunpowder, and a Doblos 2, and a GP. This alone, this right here, 365,000 each about, that's about 800,000 rubles, 750,000, 775, 800 something, another 60k right here, another Eagle. We really about pushed 1,000,000 rubles in this tutorial that I was just showing you guys. Now, if that's not a reason to scav on this map, honestly, I don't know what is. Thank you guys for watching this video. I will see you guys in the next one.